Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys how long it takes to get to rank 1000 in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, quickly, before we jump into that, I figured this would be a cool time to also check out my Grand Theft Auto Online stats, and I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments down below as well. Get involved with this video, show off your stats, and are you already past rank 1000? Are you getting close to it? Let us know in the comments down below. So I don't know how many of you guys actually know of this tab, but if you go to the start menu and then all the way to the right, it's right next to gallery, you'll see stats, and it will show you a lot of different things, a lot of various random cool stats in Grand Theft Auto Online. And today I'm going to be looking at my main account and showing you guys some of the stats that I have, some of the more interesting ones. So, of course, you guys can see your overall income there, your overall expenses, total players killed versus total deaths by player. You can, of course, see my kill-death ratio. The first thing that jumped out to me was distance traveled. I have traveled over 17,000 miles in-game. That is crazy. That is a lot of traveling right there. So I want to know how many miles you guys have traveled. Probably the next biggest thing, time spent in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is going to be important later when we look at how long it takes to reach rank 1000. I have spent nearly 51 days. In fact, I guarantee you by the time I refresh this page, it's going to say 51 days because I'm literally 5 minutes away from clicking over to that. 51 days. But I've only spent a day of that time in first person. Even though this is a really cool feature of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online, I really don't ever use first person all that much. So I'm just always in third person. Not really in death matches. I've spent about 5 days in races. And that's about it as far as career goes. All right, in general, you get to see some really cool stats. So you can see when my character was created, I'm not sure how many people you'll find that have this date. It was October 1st, 2013, the first day Grand Theft Auto Online was available. So again, you probably won't see many people with that date. So that's pretty cool right there. Another thing I thought was pretty interesting, longest single game session, a day and 6 minutes. I was probably AFK or forgot to turn my computer off or something like that. Average time in session is about 25 minutes. Pretty cool. So most of my deaths come from explosions, with the second most amount of deaths coming from traffic. That's pretty funny. You guys can see there, I've got time swimming, which is less than an hour. Time underwater, which is less than 20 minutes. Time walking, which is shocking, is almost 2 days at this point. What the heck have I been walking to for so long? You guys can see a couple more interesting stats here. I've taken 257 photos. I've purchased 0 sex acts, and I have had 6 bounties placed on others, while 679 bounties have been placed on me. Yikes. That's a lot of bounties right there, and you can obviously tell I don't place many bounties on other people. The next one is crimes. A lot of interesting stats here. I've been wanted over 4,000 times, which is quite a lot. Time spent with a wanted level, 1 day, 11 hours. And my longest wanted duration was only 11 minutes. So that's not that long. I don't know if I was like trying to get away with a 5-star wanted level or whatever the case was. Time spent with a 5-star wanted level is almost 2 hours at this point. This stat was shocking to me. Tires shot out. Almost 14,000. That's a lot of tires that you ended up shooting at. So I don't know how I've accumulated that much. Cars stolen, nearly 2,000. Vehicle kills, nearly 1,500. And then you guys can see a couple of other miscellaneous stats right there, like stolen planes, boats, ATVs, bicycles, stuff like that. It's not as many as cars, obviously. Moving on to vehicles, we can see a couple of interesting stats here. I'm not sure how much these match up. My favorite bike apparently is the Esky, which I do not think is the case. One that's interesting, time driving cars, nearly 11 days. That's nuts. And distance traveled in cars is over 13,000 miles. And if you add motorcycles to that, add another day and a half to that. If you add helicopters to that, add almost another day. Planes, about another half day. Sailing boats, not so much, just a little over an hour. ATVs, again, just a little over an hour. And same with riding bicycles, almost 2 hours right there. This stat is pretty interesting. All the way at the top, fastest speed in a road vehicle, nearly 270 miles per hour. And that occurred in the T20. What was I doing in the T20 to get up to nearly 300 miles per hour? That is insane. You guys can see how many car crashes I have had. 42,000, and the furthest distance I've ever gone without crashing is only 15 miles. Again, not that far when you think about it. I don't even know how this is possible. My farthest vehicle jump is nearly 30,000 feet. Not sure how that can be done. And my highest vehicle jump is nearly 9,000 feet. So again, pretty interesting stuff right there. You guys can see what I mostly spend my money on, which I think for most people is going to be the same: vehicles and maintenance, with the second most being spent on properties and utilities. I'm sure those top two are the same for everyone, like your CEO offices, your apartments, stuff like that. As far as what I've earned, most of my earnings have come from jobs, with the second most come from vehicles, and then third is picked up. Somehow I've picked up $10 million over my 5-ish years of playing. So that's pretty interesting. And then job cash shared by others is almost $500,000, but I've received zero money from others. So very interesting. You guys can see my combat stats right here, which I don't think are all that interesting. I'm pretty sure they're not all that great, but you can see there. If you want to pause at any time during this video to check out some of this stuff, you can. What I thought was funny is my arch enemy is also a boss 11857. Who apparently killed me 10 times in a row, whereas my most victim is Urban, who's one of my friends. So we were probably doing some testing where I killed him 19 times apparently. Moving on, the stats for weapons is a little bit more in depth. You guys can see like what gun I have unlocked and stuff like that, but that's really not all that exciting. Same with the awards here. You can kind of see like what awards you've got and whatnot, but really that's not all that exciting. All you guys have access to that. And then unlocks, which you guys can see here. How much progress I've done, which is basically just a bunch of different like random things that you can do. And obviously this just shows stuff I've unlocked from ranking up. But now what I want to talk about is how long it would take to reach rank 1000 in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, to tell you guys this, because I am not rank 1000, I am only ranked 226. I'm actually using a forum post on the GTA forum site, which is called the Legit Level 1000 Club, where a lot of players have posted their stats, and there's a lot of different results here, which is really cool. So let's take a look at this first one right here by Alkaline, and they are well over rank 1000. They're actually almost close to 1200, which is insane. But you guys can see how much time they have actually played. It's just a really long amount of time. It's almost 220 days. That is crazy. So I guess that gives you an okay amount of time on how much it takes to get to that. The next one, this user is rank 1015, and you can see that it has taken them 106 days in order to achieve that. And it's roughly around 48 million RP in order to get to rank 1000. Another user posted his stats, and in order to reach level 1065, it requires about 52 million RP, and that's taken him just over 201 days of playtime in order to reach that mark. Again, really crazy stuff right there. Our next user is rank 1180, so a little bit higher up. It has taken them 61.6 million RP and about 195 days in order to accomplish that. So you guys are kind of seeing the trend here. It's going to take you into the high 100 days played or the low 200 days played with around 48 to 60 million RP in order to accomplish something like that. Here is by far, I think, our closest one. This user right here is rank 1013. It has required them 48.5 million RP and taken them 96 days. I feel like that's a little quick. And not saying they didn't earn it legit. They just probably were super grindy. And if that's the case, then yeah, you can get it a little bit quicker than others. I take that back. We have found our most accurate one so far. So this is to reach exactly rank 1000. And you guys can see here, it is 47.6 million RP. So that's right on the dot. And it took this user 99 days. So just about 100 days in order to get that. And you needed 47.5 million RP. That is a ton of RP in order to get something like that. That is just crazy. So I guess that kind of answers the question right there, that you're going to need 47.5 million RP. You're roughly going to need around 100 days. To do it in any amount of time lower than that, I think is just impossible. And not to say that it's impossible based off of a user's skill or whatnot, but like literally loading into Grand Theft Auto Online jobs and doing that, it's just going to take a long time. And here's another example right here, right on the dot, rank 1000, except this person took 223 days. So almost double the time. So I think that every individual is going to be different, and not everyone is going to have the same. But we know how much RP you need, and based off of the physical limitations of GTA 5, we roughly know how much time it's going to take in order to get something like that done. So I think that right there really wraps up the question. All I know is I am way far away from ever achieving anything like that, and I probably won't, considering a lot of my time is split between 2 accounts as well. So it is kind of difficult to keep track of that. But that, of course, was my main one right there that I had started since day one. But that's how long roughly it takes you to get to rank 1000 in Grand Theft Auto Online. A lot of RP and a lot of time. Once again, if you guys want to show me your stats, either in the comments down below or on Twitter, please feel free to do so. I think that would be ultra cool if you guys showed some of that off. And I want to see how long it's taken you guys if you are level 1000 in Grand Theft Auto Online. How long did it take you to get there? I'm pretty curious. But anyways, that's all I've got for you guys in this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts, opinions, and more on this in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.